A wall, a door, a window, a roof, all things that make up a house, but not a home. A home is safe and comfortable, and comfort can be many things. It can be a place like a house, sure, but it can also be an idea, an object, a memory, and a person. For me, it's a person, my best friend to be exact. Lena is one of the kindest people I have ever met. I don't think I've ever seen her be rude to someone. We haven't been good friends long, only since May on our DC trip, but in the time that we've been friends, she's changed my life in more ways than one. She's humorous, creative, and so optimistic. And no matter what mood I'm in, she always knows just what joke can cheer me up. Lena's humorous, with a smile that is so bright it could light up an entire room in the pitchness of the night. She is so silly, which helps her become so joyful, and I mean joyful. She is full of joy. One weekend, my dad had put my dog down, and I didn't know this. I learned when I went to my dad's house and realized that my dog was nowhere to be found, and I was devastated. I came to school the next day, and I didn't think I'd be able to make it through the day. But I walked around with her before first hour, and throughout that time where we were walking around, she cheered me up. She didn't know I was sad or down. I never told her, but she made the jokes and made me laugh, and I eventually had enough energy to make it through the day. And she had changed my mood so much faster than I had ever been able to before, and that says so much. She's so much more than just humorous as well. She's creative. Not in poetry or storytelling, definitely not those, but she knows what to say in certain situations. She knows what's good and what's bad, and that's something I'm not the best at. With her around, though, I can somewhat dictate what's good and what's not good to say in certain situations, and she uses her imagination to know just what joke can cheer me up in a time where I need it the most. In DC, during one of the few times we were not attached at the hip, I saw something that reminded me of my grandpa, and even though I put a fake act on and didn't let anyone know the burden that rested down beneath, when I met back up with Lena, it was almost like unconsciously she knew something was off. She knew something had happened that didn't make me in the best of mood, and she cheered me up. Slowly, that fake mask I put on before started to slip away, and it was impossible to put back on. Eventually, the act underneath turned to something happier and better. And eventually, it was completely gone. The best thing about Lena, though, isn't her humorousness or her optimistic or her creativeness, it's her optimism. She is always so optimistic. She'll find a bright side in any situation. It doesn't matter how bad the situation is. She'll find something good, whether it's small, like how good it is outside, or big. There's always something that she finds. Every morning when I get to school, at least the days I'm dropped off by my mom, I'm usually pretty grumpy and not in the best mood, as most likely I just woke up like 20 minutes before. But every morning, I get there around the same time as her, and she always comes up to my window, and sometimes she surprises me a bit, and I don't see her till she's standing there looking in my car, but she always has a smile on her face that is so energetic, that says I'm ready to take on whatever this day has in stock for me, and it always transfers a little bit over to me. Some mornings it's worse than others, and something really bad will happen the night before, and I'm not in a good mood. But her energetic self in the morning with her optimism, it turns to me, and I always have enough energy to make it through the day without lashing out at anyone or being rude, and so that can be difficult for me sometimes. Similar situations like this happen pretty often. Something bad will happen, and I don't think I'll have the energy to get through the day. But then there she comes with her bright smile, and somehow I'm able to make it through. No matter what mood I'm in, she always knows just what joke can cheer me up. From her humorous self with the good jokes she can make, and her creativeness, knowing what to say, when to say, to cheer someone up, and her optimism, always looking at the bright side no matter how bad the situation is. She's amazing. And whether your idea of comfort is a house, an object, an idea, or a memory, cherish it. Because you'll never know when it's going to be gone, and one day, eventually, you won't have that thing anymore that you really love. So take those small moments you have and hold them close to you.